wasn't, that would, like, it's not a carjack, but when somebody runs your car, like, you gotta drive it somewhere. The last time I got ride-jacked, I picked up my wife from work, and she said, I have to stop off and pick up things. And that's, if you're a guy, that's code, but then you have to, because it's like, oh, pick up things. But you can't say, are you bleeding? You have to say, do you have to go to a pharmacy, or can I stop anywhere? Like, could I stop off at a convenience store? She goes, yeah, convenience store's fine. Yes. So I went to Farah Food Mart at the corner of Ontario, Maine. Imagine, if you will, this grid. It's so I pull up, she gets out of the car, and then this old woman hobbles up to my car. This was August, last August, and she's wearing a winter coat, which an old person wrapped up in stuff is scary enough, but it's August, and she's wearing a winter coat. She comes in the passenger door, sits down next to me, and she goes, can you drive me downtown? Sure, why not? So I pull out, my wife's in the store looking out of the window like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I'll be back. You do that 1 minute. 1 minute, I'll be back. You wait there, I'll be back. So I drove away with the crazy old lady, and we started driving downtown, down towards here. Where, like, I wasn't driving her here, but we were from there to here, driving. And I said, where am I dropping you off? And she did that chuckle shrug thing that crazy people do. I was like, you don't know where you're going? She's like, we're all going somewhere. And I've never been more afraid, because she could have like bitten me, like she didn't, but she's just sitting in her coat. She's like, just down. So I thought, okay, I gotta get rid of you, because like, what if she has like palpitations, or like, I don't know first aid, if she has like a seizure, like just starts biting and punching, I'm not gonna beat up an old lady. So I was like, okay, I just pulled over as soon as I could. I'm like, here you are, you're downtown. She goes, hey. She got out of the car, and I closed it, locked it, and I'm looking to pull out, but there's traffic coming, so I have to wait. She gets out of the car and walks to the car in front of me, where there was a person, and she just sits right down. And I'm thinking, she does this all day. She just, can you drive me uptown? Okay, where are you going? I drive back to Ferris to pick up my wife, and she's like, who was that? What was that? And I explained to her, she just got in the car, and she said, can you drive me downtown? She's like, it's some crazy old woman doing it. She had a winter coat. And that happened because I hadn't learned my lesson from the ride jack before that. I live in a townhouse. That's the international symbol for townhouse. I used to live in an apartment on Ontario Street. Maple, it was named after a tree. Maple Turditorium, or Maple... Yes! Give that man a prize. I lived there for 10 years. I don't know the name of it. It's a shithole. So I used to live in an apartment building, and we lived on the bottom floor. I don't know if all apartment buildings are like this, but this is how it was in the one I lived. Bottom floor was all working stiffs. People that had jobs and did things. The next floor up was people who kind of were, kind of didn't. Third floor, widowers and widowies, I don't know, widows? Widow people, very widow people. You could put them in your pocket. I'm gonna fill you full of rum. And it doesn't take long to get a widow person drunk. And then the top floor was the crazies. That was people who, yes, and that was either somebody's farting or there's a demon outside growling. Did everybody else hear that, or the mushrooms kicking in? Did everybody hear them? Okay. So on the top floor, there was crazy people who used to sit on their balcony all day and drink and just yell things at random. They'd be like, Pinocchio was a fraud! And he'd be like, yeah, okay. And then you go inside, they'd be like, clouds are people too. I'd be like, no, they're not. My favorite crazy person on the top floor, I never learned his name because I don't like people. But I called him Mongo. Mongo wore track pants and the white undershirt. I don't like to call it wife beater because I think that's a really shitty, I don't like that term. He wore an undershirt and track pants and he had a mullet, short in the front, party in the back. And he had like stuff on. And he used to stand on his balcony, lean over, and he had pot belly, like salt and pepper hair. He was 40 at least, maybe older. And he just drank. That was his thing. He just, like, what do you do? I drink. So one day I was in my bottom floor, ground floor? Not bottom, like we weren't subdwellers. We lived on the land. I don't know. Ground floor? Ground. There was a 1 in front of our number. There was a 1. The 1, then the other numbers. Yes, there was a woman in front. No, we were on the ground floor, and I was watching cartoons and eating cereal. Why wouldn't I be doing that? Part of me wants to be doing that right now. And I was on the ground floor, eating cereal, watching cartoons, and I heard a knock on the door. Like that. And I opened the door, and Mongo was there. I was like, oh. I didn't want to say his name, because I'm like, Mongo! Or, I was like, hey, you! And she's like, hey, you want to drive me to the beer store? I was like, no, well, yeah, well, not really, but I will. Because part of me felt bad for him, because that was his life. He drank, and he yelled weird things off a balcony. So I said, yeah, I'll drive. So he goes, oh, I got a lot of empties. I'm like, well, that's your fucking problem. I'll drive you to the store. I'm not a social worker. So I got in the car, and he came down with a couple empties, and he's like, oh, the empties really hurt on my back. I'm like, yeah, life's rough. Get in. And we drove to the beer store, and he's like, oh, I don't know about carrying out that full case of beer. I'm like, well, then don't. Give up drinking. Turn a new leaf. Become the premier of Ontario. I don't know. So he goes, well, could you go in and bring the beer out? I'm like, no, I'm not helping you further down the road of your downward spiral. I'll drive you there. That's nice, but I'm not enabling your liver failure, no. So I sat in the car and I waited. About 10, 12 minutes passed, and he came out. And he had a 12 pack, and he's like, I was thinking about getting another 6. I'm like, well, think it home. And I drove him home, and we pull into the parking lot, and he said, do you like music? I said, yeah, sure, yeah, I like music. Yeah. He goes, well, I have a reel-to-reel player in my apartment. A reel-to-reel player, if you've ever watched a movie where cops are listening in on people and they have an oversized tape player with like big wheels on it and they're like, oh yeah, that's a reel-to-reel system. They came out with it in the late 50s. It was supposed to replace records, but then people were like, this thing's even bigger. I don't want this. This isn't better. And the people that made it were like, oh, that's tapes right now, so fucking listen to that. Listen to Bill Haley in the comments on that. So I'm like, you have a reel-to-reel player. You have like a giant, oversized, great. Okay. He goes, well, maybe you want to come up and listen to music. I'm like, I don't want to listen to music with you. Like, we're not buddies now. Just get out. So that was the last time I was carjacked.